Good afternoon everybody, and welcome to another episode of Arrons Allotment. I've not done a video for a couple of weeks now, so I will just update you of what I've been up to, things I've been doing, and also things that I'm going to get up to this week. I've been quite busy doing nights recently, so a lot of my time's been taken up working and then sleeping for most part of the day. So anyway, enough of that. I'm back on the plot, having a few hours each day, so I shall crack on. And first of all, I'll show you what's been happening in the greenhouse. Well, here we are then. This is the greenhouse, and the peppers are absolutely doing tremendous. They're fantastic. You just see there, the peppers are coming now. Plenty of flowers on them, in abundance. It's done really well. It's the first time I've grown them in this particular greenhouse. I usually grow them up at my grandma and granddad's, so to grow them down here and they're doing that well is great. And the carrots there in the box, it's 3 weeks on Saturday till the first show day. So those stump variety carrots, I've just had a scrat around on tops and they're doing tremendous, so fingers crossed I can get 3 of the same and it'll end up getting me one of the top prizes. The chilies, they're romping away too. They're just producing flowers after flowers after flowers. There's so many on, it's unreal. Look at all those, beautiful. I've never grown chilies before, so it's a first for me. And touch wood, at the moment it's a success. Something which not so much a success is the melon. It's done very, very poor. I've not grown melons previously. Or I might have grown them when I was younger with my granddad, just as like a bit of a fun thing to do, but this has been poor, this Garlia melon type. It's not produced any female fruit flowers or anything, and any flowers it does produce, it just dies off straight away. But it's getting a weekly feed and it's getting plenty of water, so must be down to something in the compost. That's the only I can put it down to, really. The cucumber, however, is total opposite. After initially a poor start, this has picked up a lot. Just a couple of leaves away for you there. Lovely. They're about a foot long, those. And same again at this one there, it's even longer. It's going on for about 18 inches, that one. Brilliant. A couple more growing at the top, coming through. Also, what we've been doing great is these beefsteak tomatoes. Look at those beauties there. Lovely colours, red, orange, green, all ready to turn. What I do with the tomatoes is I take off the leaves right from the bottom and work my way up, and it also helps to ripen the fruits, and also just basically makes a bit of clear path for ventilation, etc. There's trusses all over. I mean, some people pinch the tips out, but I just leave them in, because sometimes you can get an extra 2 trusses. They say to leave 4 in a 5, but I get generally 5 or 6, and it doesn't affect the other trusses or anything what I've grown previously, so I shall carry on doing what I know best. These ones here, the Gardener's Delight and the Money Makers, I think they are, Alicantes. They've got some catching up to do, but if we have a warm September, October, then I've no problems with that. And then finally the aubergines. Another first for me. There's some flower buds in there somewhere, but there's no signs of them yet. So anyway, I'll get back onto the plot. Firstly, we've got the turnips, kohlrabi, romanesso. Turnips are doing great. I'm not too sure what's happening with kohlrabi this year, but anyway. Sweet peas have been beautiful this year. Really enjoyed picking these and having them at home. Now they're producing the seeds for next year, which I'll gladly gather. Looks. Brassica bed. Red and white sprouts, they're putting on a lot of growth. And I've been taking some of the cabbages in here. What were they? They were either greyhound or ispy, I'm not too sure really. I've probably mentioned it in another video, but anyway, collie's gone to waste there. Always the case, I will let somebody have it and they've never come down to pick it, so with me not being around much, it's gone to seed, but that one there will be nice to do for me. Same with the broccoli. But that's gone to seeds, because like I say, I'm generous with stuff. I like to give stuff away rather than see it go to waste, but unfortunately it's not been come and picked, so that's what happens. Lettuces, this is my third batch of lettuce now, so that should see me into September, October. Radishes, beetroot, everything alright. And I'm picking my first lot of runner beans, so I'm very pleased with those. I'll just do a bit of an aerial view of the sweet corn. That's doing great as well. There's 2 or 3 cobs per plant, so 100 plants, 90 plants, that's about just short of 200 or so. And the kale, dwarf green curled, that's doing great. I do like eating that, so it's not as hiney as that Nero di Toscana. It's lovely. This is my winter brassica nursery. Purple sprouting broccoli, January king cabbage, Savoy cabbage, and what was the other one? Oh, it's a cauliflower snowball, I believe. I just need to put my spring cabbage, plant my spring cabbages now. Middle of August, it's generally the time I do it. Plant them in at end of September, beginning of October. Drying the white onions out. The red ones are just wilting now, so they'll be ready to dig up soon. Celery and celeriac, I've given that a feed this morning, so that's doing okay. The leeks are doing great. The Savoys, they've had a bit of attack from something. I don't know if it's pigeons been landing on the tops and pecking through, or the abundance of white butterflies we're now seeing. We didn't see any up until about 4 weeks ago, and then they've just come from somewhere. The dwarf French beans, they're producing a lot of beans, so I shall get a boiling for dinner tonight. And then I've just transplanted some purple sprouting broccoli in the foreground and some collies in the background from the brassica nursery bed. Potatoes seem to have produced, and all the tops wilted now, so anyway, I'm getting some great potatoes from underneath, brilliant, which I'm happy with. On to Loganberries now. I've had an absolute fantastic crop this year. There's probably still a couple of pounds left to pick, which I'll gladly take for the freezer for the back end of the year. And just in here we've got the courgettes. I've kept a tally of these anyway, so I will, at the end of the season, I will be producing some figures of things I've been collecting, weight-wise and quantity-wise. Just give you an update on the pumpkins. There's one there, nicely, spellbound, and another one there. I've got one of those Dill's Atlantic Giant varieties here, which is doing well. So that's my hand, so it's about twice as big as my hand, and then there's another one just poking through there. So now there's an abundance of those coming. They'll be getting fed twice a week and watered as much as possible, really. And then there's a marrow, but it's not produced any fruit yet. The giant marrow I had last year, what you might have seen on a video earlier in the year, I can't remember if I did. I'll try and get a couple of photos up anyway and show you. So that's that. That's the tour for the time being. So I'll show you what I'm going to get up to for the rest of the day. Okay, one of the projects I wanted to get on this week, with having quite a bit of time, is making something similar to what I've done up there in the brassica bed, and that's creating like a bit of a mesh cloche. But I'm going to do it with the hooped effect, with the blue water pipe, or green water pipe, whatever you see. And it's basically going to have that green scaffolding mesh netting over it, so protect it from butterflies going in and laying some eggs and whatnot. So that's an area I want to get on with, so I'll just set up and just show you what I'm going to, how I'm going to do it. Right, as you can see, this is my designs and intentions, which the dog's inspecting. 2 horizontals down the sides, creating like a loop effect with the green MDP pipe, and then there's going to be like a top plank of wood, so it keeps the netting nice and tight on the top, and it doesn't bow in the middle between each of the pieces of pipe. So that's what it's going to start off like. I've not got the tools to knock through and everything today, but I'm just going to bore the holes of where I'm going to want the pipes to come through on each side. So I'll get back to you tomorrow when I've got everything and show you what I'm going to be up to and also the finished article. Thanks for watching. Right everyone, so I've bored the holes out down each side and I've stuck the pipe inserts in, as you can see here and there. So I'll just show you what I'm going to be doing and then you get a gist of it. Right then, so it's self-explanatory really, but take your pipe and you can make it as big or as wide as you like really. Slide it into your pipe inserts as such, like that. Obviously you will need the ends securing together by a piece of wood, but it's just to show you a vague idea of how it's going to be. Like I say, you can make it as wide as you like. I'll probably do it about a metre wide max, because see how big your winter brassicas grow. I think that's plenty myself. Right, so there we go, that's how it's going to be, but I shall obviously pull it in to about a metre to where I want it, and these ends here are so secure to keep the distance evenly. What I wanted to show you as well, I don't know if you might have got what I was thinking, but it's kind of like that on the top, just so the netting can sit on like that. So that's what it's going to look like, the finished article. So I'll get back to you tomorrow and show you the finishing parts. Just before I leave, I'd just like to share with you my first harvest of the beefsteak tomatoes. They're absolutely gorgeous and I can't wait to tuck into them. So hopefully many more of these to come. I shall see you again soon and catch up with you on the next episode.